In a quiet little town lived a curious child named Lila. She loved exploring old things like dusty books, broken toys, and funny gadgets. One afternoon, while wandering in her grandmother's attic, Lila discovered a strange old clock. It didn't look like any clock she had ever seen. The hands were moving backward. Lila carried the clock downstairs. She was sipping a glass of juice when splash! She spilled it all over the table. "Oh no!" she cried. Suddenly, the clock's hands glowed and ticked backward. In a blink, the juice was back in her glass, and the table was clean. Lila gasped. "This clock, it rewinds time." Excited, Lila tried it again. When she dropped her crayons on the floor, rewind. When she tripped on her shoelaces, rewind. She laughed and clapped. "I'll never make a mistake again." But soon, things got tricky. She rewound so much that she forgot to tie her shoes properly, forgot to clean her room, and even forgot to say sorry to her little brother after bumping into him. The clock was fixing her mistakes, but she wasn't learning anything. One evening, Lila accidentally knocked over a flower vase. She reached for the clock, but it stopped ticking. No glow, no magic. She froze, staring at the mess. With no rewind, she had to clean it herself. It took effort, but when her grandmother came in, she smiled. "Good job, Lila. You fixed your mistake." That's when Lila understood the clock could give second chances, but real learning came from trying, fixing, and growing. The next day, Lila placed the backward clock gently on her shelf. She still used it sometimes, but not to escape her mistakes. Instead, she used it to remind herself every mistake is just a lesson waiting to be learned. And from then on, Lila wasn't afraid of mistakes anymore. She smiled at every spill, trip, or bump, knowing she could always try again. Moral of the story: mistakes are lessons, not failures. Every mistake helps us grow stronger and wiser.